Welcome everybody to another episode of Wednesday Wrap Up, your weekly entertainment wrap up, brought to you by Borderline Entertainment live every Wednesday right here on twitch.tv/Borderline Entertainment. And if you're watching this on YouTube, that means you're catching it 2 days later. That also means that you are watching it slightly different than the original airing. That's right. When we put it on YouTube, we cut it up all nice and fancy. We put in some fun clips here and there, but if you want the raw, uncut conversation, please consider on Wednesdays, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, go to twitch.tv/Borderline Entertainment. This episode of Wednesday Wrap Up is brought to you by our patrons. If you're not already supporting us, please consider going to patreon.com, searching Borderline Entertainment, and even donating $1 a month is going to help us tremendously. And with that, my goodness, we wouldn't be in this spare bedroom. Although everybody has to have their humble starts, we would be in a studio. We would be cranking out videos that you want to see. So please, again, consider supporting us on patreon.com. And there are special goodies for you if you do that. So thank you again to our patrons for supporting this episode of Wednesday Wrap Up. You will notice that this week, I am alone. And that's okay. Will couldn't be here. A few of the other guests that we're going to have later on in the year, they couldn't be here as well. But that's fine because it's me in the chat. The audience, as they say. If you don't know how this works, we take four standout news stories in entertainment news and we rank them. The best for you, the worst for you, the funniest, and the most deliciousest news, aka our favorite. And we give them to you in a bite-sized format. Because if you really wanted all of the news, you could go find it. But think about it like this. Do you really have the time to dig and sift through and find the stuff that really matters? No, you don't. And that's why we are here. So join us as we start ranking these. That brings us to our first topic of the night, our Apple of the Week, the best for you. And that award goes to Black Panther.
Wakanda forever!
Now, if you haven't seen this movie, you really should have seen it by now. It was, in my opinion, Black Panther was better than Infinity War. Wakanda forever. Now, the reason it gets the Apple of the Week. So the Oscars is coming up. Black Panther is nominated for a staggering seven categories. I think it's one of the few Marvel movies that actually gets a villain right. If you look at past Marvel villains, Iron Man 3 is the greatest feat in cinematic history. Lord of the Skies, I mean this in the nicest way possible, you're an idiot. Don't even get me started on Iron Man 3. I think they totally screwed up the Mandarin, and I'm not going to go through every single movie because then we'll be here all night just dissecting Marvel villains. But I really think the standout Marvel villain was Killmonger. So Michael B. Jordan, you killed it, man. You really set the high standard. Now, we're talking strictly the movies, because we all know how we feel about Wilson Fisk from the Daredevil Netflix series. That's the best Marvel villain, hands down. But yeah, as a whole, so the fact that it got 7 Oscar nominations just blows me away. Now, really quick, I just want to read them off. So here are all the awards that Black Panther is up for. It's up for Best Picture, Best Original Music Score, Best Costume Design, Best Sound Mixing, Best Production Design, and Best Sound Editing. Those are the categories that it's up for. I just think it's really impressive that Black Panther got 7 nominations. It's just amazing. So congratulations again to all of those who worked so hard to make Black Panther happen. Much deserved. You are the Apple of the Week, the best news story in entertainment news. But like we say here at Borderline Entertainment, not all news is good news. There were some stinkers out there. And this brings us to our onion of the week. Sadly, actually not sadly, you freaking deserve it. It goes to EA. Recently, I feel like they just produce games, but more recently, they kill games. Let's give a little bit of a history lesson. We all love Star Wars. Some of us really love Star Wars video games. I mean, who wouldn't? There are so many amazing Star Wars video games. And in fact, when Game Chat comes back, which it will be coming back soon, maybe we'll do our personal top 10 of the best Star Wars video games. There are a lot of top 10s out there, but ours is going to be the one that matters. Like I said, there are so many amazing Star Wars video games that really expand the universe, but also give us new characters to enjoy. Kyle Katarn, I'm looking at you. Disney bought LucasArts. So Disney bought the Star Wars license, and with that, someone else had to take over the video games. Somebody decided that Electronic Arts was the company to go with. So EA has an exclusive contract to make all the Star Wars games. They have control over Star Wars titles that are being released. So this brings us to really why they are the Onion. So they've been canceling games. Star Wars 1313 is a prime example. It's gone. There was going to be a Amy Hennig run Star Wars game that got the can. Now we have this new news break. So this comes via an article pulled from GameRant.com. EA is apparently no longer letting BioWare make Knights of the Old Republic 3. Knights of the Old Republic is one of the best Star Wars IPs ever. Not just video games, best intellectual properties, period. There are a lot of people that were hoping to get something like that. Well, I don't think EA cares. I think ultimately EA cares more about money than they actually do about Star Wars. Now, this isn't directed at many of the employees at EA or its subsidiaries. I know, for example, Mitch Dyer and Motive, who wrote the story for Battlefront 2, is a great person and wrote a great story. But it's not those people at EA that I think are the problem. The people that are the problem are the upper echelon of the syndicate, crime syndicate, if you will, because they're the ones that are really pulling the strings. And it's really disheartening. It sucks. Again, not only as a Star Wars fan, but as a video games fan, because I feel like we're just missing out on so much. And I don't know about you personally, those who are watching on Twitch or YouTube, but man, I really want a good Star Wars game, and I don't want another Battlefront right now. And that totally is not the fault of those employees who are putting in those hard work. It's the fault of those higher up that are pulling the strings. You know, it's kind of like how we talked about WB a few weeks back, screwing over the DCEU. You know, it's these corporate heads that think that they know what's best when really they only know what's best for their pockets. And they don't really care about us, the consumer. As long as we're paying them, then they're happy. So EA, you get the Onion of the Week. The worst news story in entertainment news. Criminy. But it's not all doom and gloom out there. Shake the willies out. Get the filth off of you. It's okay. There's some levity to be had in entertainment news. The funniest news story of the week. And that goes to Naruto, the anime. Or more aptly, this goes to Sasuke. This was hard to pick. I don't know if it counts as entertainment news, but I'm pulling a loophole here. It blew up. You can't escape them. If you don't know where it's coming from, so Sasuke is this brooding edgelord of a crappy character in this anime called Naruto. That emo boy decides to chase after the last known location of Naruto to try and confront his brother. He ends up finding his brother in this hallway of this one-night stand motel and gets his butt handed to him. Itachi promptly grabs that jerk off by the neck and just punches him and kicks him and knees him and everything. But so in this meme, it takes a still from that scene of Itachi holding Sasuke by the neck. And what people are doing is they're taking all of these images from wherever, TV, music, it doesn't matter. And they're cutting it in half at the arm and connecting the arm with Itachi's arm, and they're choking out Sasuke. I don't know why that went viral, but it just did. And hands down, the funniest one that I saw was, if you are a Drake and Josh fan, this goes to you, because it is Josh choking him. He's got two hands with the one hand going up, and it's Josh going, "It's spherical, Sasuke! Spherical!" That is the best meme out of all of them that people have been making. If you can find a better one, good luck. So please, Josh Peck, if you're watching this, a little bit of a shout out. And you don't even have to do a shout out. Maybe just talk about your newfound fame that has come from this meme and how maybe you heard about it via this video. I don't know. Congratulations, Sasuke. I never thought I would say that, but you get the banana of the week, the funniest moment in entertainment news. That brings us, ladies and gentlemen, to our last news story, and that would be our muffin of the week, our favorite news story in entertainment news, the deliciousest. And that goes to Media Molecule and their upcoming title, Dreams. They made Little Big Planet. They are charming, they are sweet, but the level creation is out of this world. The levels that people could make in Little Big Planet were insane. Like you never would have thought that something that looks so simple would just become something so extravagant. Now, again, if you're not a huge PlayStation fan or a huge video game fan, you might have never heard of Dreams. But if you are one of those people, then you know that Dreams was announced like 7 years ago. So the way that I understood Dreams when they presented it was taking the creation tools that were so popular in Little Big Planet and really just making that the game. So I don't know necessarily if there are, if there's a storyline, if there is multiplayer or co-op or anything like that. I have no idea. It really, when I say that it's been a long time, it's been a long time. It fell off the face of the planet. Now, in Season 2 of Game Chat, we did cover one bit of Newsbee's news where we noticed that Media Molecule not only had put out a launch date for Dreams, but also put out a job listing. And it might have been for a developer. I can't quite remember off the top of my head. But anyways, it wasn't that long ago. It was 2017 when they put up that job posting, which was like, whoa, didn't you just say that this game was coming out soon and you need people to help you make it? But anyways, we are now at a position that I never thought that we would be at. There's a Dreams beta, people. I haven't quite figured out how to get a part of this beta, but there are already people, and I want to say the beta came out. It came out not that long ago. But people just have latched on. I mean, at least my Reddit and Twitter feeds are exploding with Dreams posts. It's insane. It's insane because the creation blows my freaking mind. The things that people are making in Dreams, it's unbelievable. If you have ever heard of Dead Space, somebody recreated Dead Space in Dreams. Oh. Yeah, Dead Space is an intricate survival horror video game. Within another video game, somebody made that game. Can you imagine what people are actually going to make once Dreams comes out? The implications of this are so beyond our comprehension. There are so many kids that I think Dreams is going to be what gets them started into game design. I'm thinking that far in advance. So somebody made Dead Space. Somebody recreated PT.
Local gun store 2 days earlier. This brutal killing took place while the family was gathered at home.
I'm sold. I don't think I have the talent to ever create anything like what these people are making in just the beta, but I'm so excited to see what happens. I will be picking up Dreams just to at least test it out and also give you the money that you deserve for the hard work that you're putting into this game. So congratulations again to Media Molecule. You'll get our Muffin of the Week, the favorite news story of ours here at Borderline Entertainment. A quick recap of all of our winners this week. Apple of the Week goes to Black Panther. Onion of the Week goes to Electronic Arts. Banana of the Week goes to Sasuke. And Muffin of the Week goes to Media Molecule and their upcoming title, Dreams. Anyways, thank you everybody for watching. If you like what you saw, please consider going to patreon.com and supporting us. If you want to connect with us like we want to connect with you, you can find us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter, where you can like, comment, follow, subscribe, and get all those goodies and be a part of the conversation. And again, a huge shout out to SamanthaJaneArt.com for making our wonderful mascots. If you want to follow me, you can find me on Twitter at AGreenRiver07. Let us know what you're doing this weekend in the comments below. That's what we're all about, is just bridging the gap between the common man and the nerd elite. But as always, for Borderline Entertainment, I'm Asa. Be well, Borderline fan.